Do believe we are live. So I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. I thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution, another opportunity for us to grow and to learn from ourselves what we consider fun. What is fun? Weirdly enough, today's stream topic was inspired by a dream, where in this dream I found myself criticizing how straight the bananas were. And I know that sounds like a weird way to start today's stream topic off with. I agree. I'll admit it's pretty weird. However, there was this almost like gesture that answered my question that met me halfway. Straight bananas weird. They all became more curved. And I realized nothing actually changed. The amount of fun that was in the overall experience remained unchanged. And it showed me that things can still be fun even if there's curvature to it, as opposed to it being straight. Right? And me, like at least in my mind, the way I see it is as a balance between the masculine and feminine sides of myself. The masculine being very compartmentalized, right? Finding itself in little containers, and the feminine being more spiral in nature, right? At least that's the way I try to see it. So, which is more fun? Which is more fun to you? Maybe in asking that question, we can learn things about ourselves. I feel maybe, depending on the circumstances, uh, certain things are more fun than others, right? For instance, if I am cooking, which is technically the manipulation of the feminine ingredients of change I've been given, I do want that compartmentalization, right? First, I cut my onions. Then I put a fat in my wok. Then I put some garlic in that fat. Then, once it's nice and toasty, I put my onions in the fat and saute them. Then, while they're being sauteed, I cut my vegetables or I cut my protein in pieces. And then by the time those onions are perfectly sauteed, I add my protein, right? And then as the protein is cooking, I'll start my starch or whatever, right? Like there's like a blocking nature about that. That's fun to me. I find it fun doing that. However, if it was spiral in nature, if I was just churning out food, right? Like maybe I was working in a restaurant. Now suddenly the compartmentalizing, like a blockchain, doesn't have any end to it. It just keeps going and going and going and going. And that is the spiral that is attached to the blocks. And the way that I'm trying to see it, at least, is that there is a certain level of fun in both, depending on what it is you want. Maybe you find it fun to feed people. Maybe that's the compartment you want to find yourself in, right? So spiraling in that safe space, in that compartment you find yourself in, isn't going to be problematic. Maybe another way to reframe where all of this thinking is coming from is how I have compartmentalized my spiral, right? The spiral that is the day to day, and then the compartments that is my hour to hour, right? The day to day is a spiral that is never ending, changing in nature. However, my hour to hour is something that I can, from a masculine perspective, make so, right? I can commit to something from a masculine perspective. And I have, I think, right, followed through with my commitments. However, there will be more. One of the things that was shared today is the fractal possibility that as we get better at making music, me, John, and Max are going to create a little band. Not like that. Probably not like that. Like probably this is a cover band. And then we'll record our work and we'll go and do some contract work for the same company that John worked for when he was working in Spain. And we can do that for like 6 months. It will take some time again, maybe only next year, June, July, so more than a year away. But again, right, like very spirally. Suddenly my mind spirals down this new compartment of life that I might find myself within. Thinking about the implications thereof when it comes to my friends and family, the people that want to spend time with me. Thinking about the fact that I could actually do that with things set up the way that it is for me and you friends. Right? Wherever I have an internet connection, I can still do what it is we're doing. I can still maintain those masculine compartments despite my life spiraling in a whole new direction. So yeah, context, idea shared. Tell me what you think about it. What is fun to you? How do you make your day fun? Are you leaning into the spiral aspect of it a little bit more, or are you leaning into the compartments side of it? Right? Because again, spiral nature can be like watching a TV show or watching a YouTube video after a YouTube video, right? I mean, there's spiraling happening actively. And on the other side, there is a compartmentalizedness to the individual episodes or individual videos that you're watching, right? Tell me what you find fun. Tell me, I want to know. Do you believe there's a universe where bananas are straight? There are straight bananas in this universe, I believe. Hey Google. No, I don't know if I should search this. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I'd rather not, thank you. On day 1179, Mel teaches us to make stir fry. Yeah. I'm more teaching you reason of thinking. Line of reasoning. I'm teaching you how to words bad, it seems right now. I'm teaching you how to compartmentalize when there is spiral nature right around you. Do I find the compartmentalization fun? That's the thing that I'm tripping out about right now. Who needs tears? Haven't seen that name in a while. Bless you, friends. Nice having you here. It would be fun to visit the donkey one day. I even haven't visited the donkey, but you will be able to hear it at the very least. It's fun typing all this nonsense in chat. Thank you, JV, for adding your fullness to chat. It is greatly appreciated, seriously. I'm 5 minutes late, and Joy Vive is filling up the chat with nonsense to make an AI blush. I like it. I approve. I go yes. I go spiral, right? Each message compartmentalized in its own little line, but the spiral that is Joy Vive's train of thought in chat right now, because there's nobody else saying anything at the moment. South African Nirvana cover band. We'll probably do like Coldplay, Imagine Dragons, uh, Maroon 5, that kind of vibe, because that's more in our range. The fact that you think I can do Nirvana is flattering. Thank you, Johnny. Maybe someday. Good day, Melty. Good morning, friends. Good day, dear friend. It has been a while. I've missed you guys. Where are you right now, Melty? Looks awesome. I'm home. Technically, Technically, that is the house. I'm just sitting on the other side of it. There's like this whole chopped away stone face. There used to be like a whole. This used to be just mountain all the way over there, and then got chopped away, and a house got built in the middle of it. But look at that. There's a tree root over the rocks. Very nice. All I'm capping with this is having this cushion visible. What? What? Human made stuff? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just me and nature. Oh shit, that's right, right? This is a nice little safe space from the sun as well, because the sun comes from the side. And when I go and sit underneath those trees, I either have bad signal or bad luck when it comes to the trajectory the sun takes to hit my face. And in this fractal, I'm not taking any sun damage, which is nice, I believe. I think that's good. Nice different perspective of your home. Yeah. And I think the rocks look good. We also do get to hear when the toilet's flushed. You win some, you lose some, kind of things. Humans are amazing. We can move mountains when we put our minds to it, literally. And because other people move mountains, I'm sitting against the side of it. Proud and strong. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, human beings, for moving mountains for me. Love is true. Ooh. Oh. Suddenly my neck is loose again. I don't know. I don't know, Joey. Why are you asking me these questions? Do you really want to have the answer to these questions? You 7 tears, love you, Louisiana. It's nice seeing you here. I think I've said hi before, or maybe you just read your message. Love to you. It's nice having you here. I have some so mango in here. It is nice. Not warm enough. There is a lot of wind coming past me right now. Hey, Revan. Love is true. People are saying hi. Sub damage is no good. You're right. I started getting hyperpigmentation on my forehead because too much sun. Maybe age has something to do with that too. Turned 40 on Wednesday. I'm probably way more pedantic than I need to be, but I do consider myself at this point part vampire with the amount of visceral I feel when I find myself in the direct line of sight of the sun. I think now that the fact that it's cooling down a little bit, it's not as atrociously warm anymore. There is a certain level of laxness with me and the sun. I'm not as scared of it anymore, and I should remedy that. I should get myself like a nice psychedelic flower umbrella, right? And just walk around with that, all stylish like. That's gonna be the way, I think, at least. Get myself to stay out of the sun. I have a struggly relationship with fun. So, Lausanna, you wanna tell us? Is your relationship with fun compartmentalized? As in, you have to go somewhere, do something to have fun? Or is it spiral? Right? Like the act of doing something you find fun in, right? Like a Like technically, you can compartmentalize painting. Like I'm gonna spend an hour a day for the next week trying to paint something, right? So the compartment is the time, and the spiral is the act of painting. Which side, right? Which side do you find fun? If you have a hard relationship with it, maybe we can start to define it. Do you feel like talking about that, Lois? I would like to talk about it. I think it's a good thing to talk about. I do, but I'm eating cake and I'm trying to type with one hand. That sounds like fun to me. Spiral nature, right? Whatever we get, we'll get from one hand. One little spiral. Vanilla, single layer. Sounds nice and simple. Cake that's there to do its job as cake. I do love again. I can see you sporting a parasol for sure, Melty. Parasol. The umbrella. Is that called a parasol? Maybe I'm missing something. What kind of cake? Nice rabbit. Does sound nice. But I feel my food talk meter going off. Being like, wait a second. Wait a second. Isn't cake food? Cake versus pie or equal love. You see what happened now? Now who needs tears asking questions about pies? Next thing we know, we're asking questions about tarts. Next thing you know, a parasol is a type of umbrella. Why don't you hey Google? Because I have to do two things. I have to say hey Google, and then it did it now, and then I have to hit the microphone button with my meat fingers to get it. You know what's the joke? Look at this. Look at this. Right. Remember yesterday I was talking about Roland? When I said the thing, it opened this, and there he is. There's Roland. That's Roland. Look at him. Look at his face. P1 Cyborg. Watch Neuralink's first patient play chess using brain implant. Roland. There we go. Yeah. Callback. No. Fun is spiral for me, I think. I'm pretty good at making my own fun, but I live with grouchy people. People that don't want you compartmentalizing their lives. Kind of vibes, right? Like, let's go out and do this fun thing. And then they go, like that. They go like, and then you're like, and then, right? Like that. I get it. I get it. Because I'm both. I'm both the let's go and do things when it suits me, and then when it doesn't suit me, I'm the because it depends. All right, it depends if I'm already spiraling. If I'm already spiraling, like hyped up in a good energetic space, going out and doing things is easy. But if I'm already in the compartments, right? If I'm already doing a thing, playing a game, watching a movie, watching a TV show, right? Compartmentalizing myself with slots of time, then it's harder for me to go and do that stuff. I'm learning things. I'm learning things right now. I'm consciously evolving. I'm like noticing how I can convince myself to do things by doing things before I ask myself to do things. Does that make sense? I see Mojo here and Hoopy too. Bless you, Molo. Sending you good vibes. Mm-mm-mm. And tarts can go to hell too. The term umbrella is traditionally used when protecting oneself from rain, while parasol is used when protecting oneself from sunlight. That is what Gulu Gulu says. Thank you. Thank you, Who Needs Earrings. I appreciate you letting me know that. A parasol is basically a sun umbrella. Good to know. Parasol. You know, and then I can look all smart, walk around with my flowery parasol, and then somebody goes, bro, there's sun outside. Why you use an umbrella? And I'm like, excuse me, sir. It's not an umbrella. It is a parasol. Thank you very much. And then I bob my head and I sway my hips while I walk away. Right? Right? That's what you do. I feel like I'm poking fun at myself at this point. All right. JB, if you cracked me up, I just thought parasol was a fancy umbrella. I mean, technically that it would be. How dare you put them against one another? I think I'm missing comments. Parasol, Google. The term, how dare you put them against one another? Pi is a pure expression of love and universal consistency. Pi. Aha! Wait a second. I mean, you did spell it with an E, but I think you're playing games. And cake, well, everyone knows that shit is a lie until the moment it is. Portal memes as well. So much meta, Sam. Please, please, my mind. My mind is barely keeping it together. Show me on the doll where the pie hurt you, Joy. You're right. How could I? I shouldn't be eating the cake at all. I'm supposed to be having no gluten, no sugar, but I have a migraine and joint inflammation anyway. And there's one piece of cake left from a special function that I hosted, and it was taunting me. Yeah, you wipe that smug smile off of that caking taunt's face. That taunting cake's face. Do it. Put your fork right in it. I'm sorry, that went so dark. Parasol is just French. Yeah, bro, sun umbrella. Parasol. Now the cake is gone and it can't daunt me anymore except from within. Yeah. Like I get what you're saying as well, Luanzana. That whole the food taunting you. For me, cake is not that big of a deal taunt wise. However, my taunter that snickeringly laughs at me from inside the cupboards is bags of chips, bags of potato chips, crisps. If Simon is here, that's the stuff that I cannot resist. I will literally not stop thinking about it until I eat it, and then only then will the taunting stop. It's kind of rough. I bet it was delicious, rabbit. Bless. As long as you eat that cake mindfully. Hmm. I am seeing something that I no longer can show you now, but I don't even know if I want to tell you what I just saw. I'll give you cliff notes. Uh, a bug lifted its rear end, and I thought it was pooping at first, but then the thing that I thought was poop moved. Too much information. I know, but you saw my face while I was looking down, and I was like, yes. Why? Where am I right now? Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing that happens just randomly? Tell us. There you go, Hooney Steers. I hope you're happy with that information. Oh goodness, potato chips are not allowed in my house because I decimate the bag in no time. I decimate the bag one time. Just like, oh, the bag is now open. And it's thrown away, right? There is no in, there is no rolling it up and saving for later. Yeah, the glutton in me likes potato chips, especially it seems. Dears, I have something mind blowing to tell you. You do not crave chips, you crave potato, and are settling for chips. Good point. Potatoes is actually really good for you, nutrient density wise. Actual potatoes, not deep fried types. It's actually just good for you. It's a good source of energy. Mm-mm-mm. Oh damn, not the chips. Hell no, they're not allowed at my house either. The family size bags, along with the giant tubs of dip and full cheesecakes. My god, that was my COVID fractal. So many potato chips. Me too. They, they would sell these, like those mini bags in bigger bags, like stacks of mini bags. How much waste did I produce? So much waste eating bags of chips. I forgive myself for all harm I have caused my beloved Earth. I thank her for supporting me and keeping me alive. I will give back to her. This I promise. I did mindfully with my bare hands. Even better. Even better. Oh, I believe it. I crave potatoes all the time, Sam. Drooling over here with that joy vive. Oh gosh, cheesecake. Cheesecake was never really my thing. I didn't really get into the cheesecake fractal. I do like ice cream. I do like ice cream. Like especially those. We have something called milky pies in South Africa. That's like a vanilla cream center with a chocolate around it. It's pretty simple, but it is, addictive in nature. I really like something called wine gums. I don't know about the whole ethical implications of the gelatin used, but in fact, I do enjoy them because they're so tough. And they do technically give you gelatin, which is good for your joints and skin, partially. The potato chips again, that one gets me. But I think that's like it for the like hyper processed foods. Maybe like a chocolate bar every now and then I can find myself wanting. But realistically, there's not much that holds a candle to a mango or a pineapple or like a nice thing of strawberries or blueberries. Like there's a certain juiciness, right, that cannot be recreated by something manufactured. Not yet, at least. We'll probably get there, but not right now. Mango still got it going. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me move this away a little bit so I can see better. Whenever I try to have fun with people, I exhaust myself planning and preparing and making sure everything will be good. All of the compartments, right? Technically. That everything will be good. Then I'm too tired to enjoy the fun, the spiral afterwards. And also worry that some didn't have fun. I hear you. And if I don't plan or prepare, then everyone is hungry and bored and gets mosquito bites. Yeah. I wish we had a little bit more help when it came to trying to have other people to have fun. I get it, Lozana. Thank you for trying. My mind is running a bunch of fractals, but you are probably as well. And you probably would run these fractals better than I can. There will be times of fun where other people will plan for you. Don't you worry, Lozana. You'll come to some South African Psytrance festivals someday, right? I see Lozana being like, "Are you crazy, Mel?" Yes. Yeah, a little bit. Just a wee bit, right? I think the part of me that's crazy is the part of me that cannot really fathom excuses properly, right? Like I can make excuses, but I have realized that most excuses are but fear masquerading, right, as a storyteller. Boom. I will have for a quote. Excuses is fear masquerading. It is kind of though, right? As a storyteller, fear masquerading as a storyteller. That'll be tomorrow's stream topic. Let me just save it. I'll do like so. Fear is no. Let's start that over again. Excuses is fear masquerading as a storyteller. There we go. Now we got our digital brain to remember perfectly for us those words that we said. Do you really need video game requests, recommendations? I get those in spades. Did I miss some things? Mosquito bites. Someone. No, I missed a few more. Oh, I eat potatoes and almost every day, but like Mel said, not deep fried. Exactly. Someone once told me that I was so preoccupied with the other people having fun that I didn't have any fun myself. It was a tour guide that told me this. He also told me my fun was my responsibility. Yes. I haven't said it quite like that in today's stream, but I feel like that should go without saying. You are the one having fun. And you can have fun despite it not being fun. Alright. Sometimes. Love is true. Thank you, universe. My intention for vaping a piece of so mango is to have fun. Yeah, I don't need more reason than that. Having fun is a good enough reason for me. Click, click. Grapes. Yeah, grapes are almost just candy. Like they're as close to candy to me as any fruit gets. And I think it's also because I have very little self control when it comes to grapes. I will eat grapes to the point where my joints feel crusty. Yo, one more heat. I am loving patience. I am calm awareness. I am peace and kindness. That'll do it. That'll definitely make me feel something. To having fun. It's a Sunday, dear friends. Is it easier or harder to have fun on a Sunday than any other day? In the festival environment we call the days where there's dancing, where there's music playing on Sundays as Sunday Fun Day. I had this visceral experience and it's coming back to me right now of when you find yourself at these festivals on a obscure random weekend. There is this experience of surreality that people are out here doing these things while other people are not. And it's again not a fractal of comparison of like being better than the other, but more so the difference, the stark, right? Like chokingly stark difference in things that is actively being done by people that they want to do, what what they find fun in, right? That there is so many people that's spending their Sunday morning, as you are right now, maybe playing video games because that's what they find fun. And yet there are people that are waking up in a festival right now, and there's loud music playing, and they're shimmying to the dance floor, right? So many fractals. Is any of them more fun than the other? Would those people have fun if their roles were reversed? Can they have fun with their roles reversed? I would think so. Maybe not if it happened instantaneously, right? I think it would be hard for them if they suddenly got like body swapped. Suddenly the person goes from being in front of their computer to being on the dance floor at a festival, right? They're not gonna instantly switch over and have fun again in that moment. However, if you could go, hey, person playing games, there is the option to now suddenly body swap with a person that's at a festival. Would you like to do so? And the question is posed to the person at the festival as well. There is a person playing his favorite game somewhere in the world. Do you want a body swap? The body swap lasts 5 minutes or whatever, and then you swap back automatically. Yes, no, right? And they both say yes. Now suddenly both of them can have fun in that moment because there's a certain level of choice, certain level of awareness going into the experience, that they're going into it to have fun. Maybe confusion is a fun killer. Not knowing what's going on makes things less fun. And unfortunately, when you are the person planning something, there are bound to be things that you don't know, right? Stuff that happens, that breaks, that doesn't turn out, that doesn't arrive as fast as it's supposed to, etc., etc. Something to consider. Yeah, save it, save it. It seems the problem here is a hang up with everyone else's experience. Have you put your experience first, ever? Everyone else's fun was their responsibility. He told me not to take on the responsibility that wasn't mine. For sure, Sam. Weirdly enough, I've I've had this conversation a few times now recently about the whole feeling responsible for other people's energy, and wanting to keep that level of stoked, like yeah, alive when you're having a conversation, and can be exhausting. Love is true. We get to be in this moment. It's for sure, Sam, but I can't have fun when everyone around is grouchy. What I'm getting at is you can have fun with just yourself, or with yourself and your husband. Is actually a good point to make as well. To have other people around for fun to be had. Mojo being best. It's nice having you here, Mojo. Love you again. I think my comments here is broken for some reason. Let me swappy back and forth. Joe Schmo is here. Bless you, Pojo. It's nice having you. I can have fun on my own, definitely, but then I get lonely, and sometimes I want to connect with my family and friends or co-workers. My husband is virtually incapable of having fun. I mean, again, compartmentalize. Men have more fun compartmentalizing than women. Women are a little bit more spiral in nature, right? Again, So I don't know what your husband is into, but giving him things to do might be a way for him to have fun. You could structure around that. You can create like I'm saying this like it's easy or cheap, but you can create two different kind of fractals for the masculine oriented individuals and the feminine oriented individuals as well. Where the feminine fun might be a little bit more spiral in nature, conversational, and the masculine fractal might be something to do, bowl, shoot target with gun, shoot ball with stick, right? I'm really making us men sound bad, but it really is that simple sometimes. I don't know if your husband has fun in that kind of fractals or is capable of having fun in those fractals. Is your husband competitive? At least a little bit. Maybe competitive is not necessary. Having fun. I wish everybody would drop their. I wanted to say I wish everybody would drop their guards, but that sounds so suspect to say, just outright. But yes, I wish everybody would drop their guards and come to a festival and sleep in a tent with a blow up mattress for 2 nights, right? Experience that fractal. Have conversations with people that went through the exact same experience with you, right, the night before. They also slept in their tent, in their on their blow up mattress, right? And you get to joke about how bad you slept and how you miss your home and warm shower. You can joke about that. And then you can still go out and dance, right? See smiling faces. Hopefully, technically, it's supposed to be good music playing. Like I feel technically everybody should be able to have fun in those environments. But again, that is so naive of me to say because it's not true. And I don't understand why. I think that's the thing that I'm like my gears are not meshing properly with. Why? Like seriously, why can't we have fun in the same experiences? I can literally feel a version of myself trying to answer the question, and it goes, "Why do you not have fun watching Formula 1 with your family?" And I go, "Because there's no interactivity. There is just sitting and watching car go zoom and number go number and person go. That car goes zoom, and then the car goes zoom zoom, and then it went zoom." That's why. Surely, surely there's more to do at a festival, right? Man, I feel like I'm bias checking myself, but the bias is strong. It's trying to dig its heels in. Everybody can have fun at a festival. Is that gonna be the slogan for Meltfest? Meltfest. Everyone can have fun at a festival. Sounds good. Sounds kind of good. Sounds nice. We'll do it. We'll do it. Comedian Nate Bargatze, I probably butchered that, is like, there's always the fun sucker in the relationship, someone that just hates fun. Like, hey, is there fun happening here? Is the air conditioning on? Turn that off. Like, that fractal. That fractal is a big one. Oh, Christian's dad is kind of like that. And me, Christian, and Christian's dad had a whole thing about it when I was there the last time, where it was blazing hot. And then Christian goes, "Can we turn on the air conditioning?" And his dad goes, "No. It costs money to turn on the air conditioning." And both Christian and his dad are computer programmers, right? Christian's dad does fortunately own the home he's in. So technically the only expense is like property tax and electricity, and I think the water in South Africa is kind of a toss up depending on where you live. So yeah. And we were like arguing, you know, we were like doing the math, showing him how much it would cost, and it like worked out to like $40, like an extra $40 a month if you turn the air conditioning on or something like that. And him being like, yeah, hell no, am I paying an extra $40 a month? And us both being in this state of like, what are you saving that $40 for, right? If I could pay $40 a month to be comfortable inside my own home, if that was the prerequisite, right? If somebody came to my home, right? If there was some sort of evil capitalist goblin that lived underneath my house and demanded $40 for me to feel comfortable inside my house, I'd pay the $40 happily. I'd be like, only more, all right, all right, little goblin that keeps stoking this chimney underneath my house. If I don't give him $40, I'll give you $40 to stop doing that. Easy peasy. Just please stop. It is hot. I'm sweating here. So yeah, uh, I think it's what we value, right? Maybe again, maybe there's more fun in the experience of saving $40 for some people than there is in not being hot. Some people, and I know some people like that. I can feel a version of myself holding a mirror to myself. Some people enjoy the struggle. Some people find a certain sense of satisfaction in it being hot and then being okay with it or being able to cope. Just like sit there in the struggle, be like, this is how it is, kind of vibes. And maybe that's also fun, right? Maybe there's double fun in saving cash and brute forcing your way through reality. More fun than being air conditioned. Who am I to say? Compartmentalizing versus spiral, right? Because in my mind, the spiral aspect of the fun when it comes to like air conditioning inside your home is the fact that you are comfortable. And that comfort leads into a comfortable next moment, into a comfortable next moment. And that sense of comfort in my world allows me to do more things, to want to do more things. If I feel comfortable bodily, I won't push as much against making the food kind of vibe, right? Or washing my clothing. It will be easier because I'm already comfortable. All right, fractal opened, fractal closed. Moving on. There was that one time I got punched by a 90-year-old for having too much fun. True story. I don't know why. I don't know why, but for some reason the ego, the ego animal that's alive in me, like takes on such a deep sense of offense imagining a 90-year-old punching me. And I don't know what the nature of the punch was, but a 90-year-old laying hands on me. What do you do in that, fractal? Do you fight back? Right? Like surely you'll win. But I don't know if that's an honorable victory. But this person has had 90 years to learn good manners. Is it my responsibility to teach them stuff? Oh goodness, I hope to never find myself in that environment. I'm sorry, Joy V. I hope you're having extra fun, despite it. Joy, neat deeds, did you push their wheelchair down a hill or something? Yeah, cheering. Yeah, look at them go. Beyblade, Beyblade. Oh no, Mojo, they were fully mobile in complete control of all of their faculties and limbs. Jovan, love Nate, Bargades, and he is not wrong. Literally, the air conditioning thing is the one that gets me. Oh goodness. Funny, you should talk about festivals, Mel, because every year I try to drag my husband and son to this great music festival in Manitoba, which is the only time we see my one brother's family. It's like pulling teeth, and if we do go, they are grouchy. You want to trade in your husband and son for better ones? We have a program. Uh, Trade in your husband and son for betterones.com. I'm not. I am joking, and I'm not suggesting you should wish your family away. I'm just poking the bear a little bit. That is rough. I'm sorry about that. That is pretty suck. I feel again it's a compartmentalizing thing again, right? Like with our teenagers these days, it's like the box of like a cell phone scrolling through things, or the box that is their computer playing their games or watching their videos, right? And it's very nice. It's fun doing that as a masculine entity. It's fun. You get to be alone. You get to self isolate, and you get to experience things. However, I feel like this is maybe something that a lot of people miss, is that you get to have more fun doing the things that you like if you go out and do things that you don't every now and then. Isn't that neat? Right? You get the best of both worlds. Have you tried reasoning like that with your family? Like, I know you don't always do this. I know, but it's like a few days, right? Every now and then. Come on, it's not that big a deal. Would never trade in my son. I'm of course joking, right? Like I know it might be, it could come as a shock, but trade in your husband and son for betterones.com isn't a real website. I'm sorry, I lied. I told a filthy lie. Please do find it in your heart to forgive me. Gi- Giovanna, I'd pay the $40. It's because you don't have the American gene that compulses us to roundly disrespect authority figures. I mean, the part of me that disrespects authority figures just wants to put solar panels on the roof and then use sunlight to make inside cold, right? So I don't have to rely on the utilities and pay them money for the electricity that is being produced by coal largely in South Africa. I have no idea how much extra money is spent using my utilities. If it's hot, I turn on the AC. If it's cold, I turn on the heat. Yeah. Some people cannot afford to, right? And that afford to is both financial and self worth dependent, which is rough because those two lines are very messy wherever those vesica pisces overlap. As an adult, I completely faced with doing things I don't want to do. I am constantly faced with doing things I don't want to do. Mm, I don't know, that's practical Lois. There are no guarantees you'd get another of equal or greater value. Sam leaning into the joke. Yeah, exactly. As an adult, I'm constantly faced with doing things that I don't want to do. That is a part of it, it seems. It is a part of it. I feel, weirdly enough, your ability to have fun in this world is largely dependent on how good you get at being okay with doing things you don't want to do as well. I've noticed, at least. The better I get at doing the things I don't want to do, the more fun I have afterwards. After having gotten done the things I don't want to do, kind of vibe. So, yeah, I feel we successfully showed up. We consciously evolved talking about all of these stuffs, learning what is our idea of having fun. I had fun today. My idea of having fun definitely is having conversations with people. And I appreciate you friends for being willing to have these conversations with me. I'm gonna shuffle this deck a little bit. Mm-mm-mm. I so missed this conversation space. It's nice to have you here with us. To be here. Also fun for me here, right? Like I wonder how many people forget that there was fun to be had in this space as well. Maybe I forget sometimes. Maybe because I forget sometimes, other people forget as well. This one. This one. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. I really do like this one. Rainbow DNA. There's Duck Dad. What a blessing. My father is also a Christian dad. I keep it icebox cold in my house because of it. When it's hot, kind of fractal. My phone isn't working right now. I'm on my computer. Good morning. Hey, Katie. Thank you for finding yourself here. We're just about pulling cards today. I still have some drums to play and chanting to do, kind of vibes. But this is our card, Rainbow DNA, right? So today you all will embrace the Sam Fractal and indulge in hedonism. Yeah, yeah, like hedonize or whatever. Hedon as hard as you can. I don't know if I can indulge uh, in hedonism nilly willy like that, Sam. Hey Google, how does one indulge in hedonism? If we think of hedonism as the intentional savoring of simple pleasures, like playing in fallen leaves, moments of connection with friends, or cuddling the dog, then it probably is. Seeking and maximizing these kinds of pleasures can boost our health and well being. Wait a second. Suddenly I start looking for things to hedonize. Yes, I am rolling in leaves. I think it counts, right? The leaves are rolling over me. Yes, I am savor. It does feel kind of nice. It does have a texture. Mmm, nice. Playing in the fallen leaves. Moments of connection with friends. Reach out. Reach out to the screen right now. We're so close to touching. So close, but so far away. And then cuddling the dog. I feel like this is very dark, a dark thing that I want to do right now, but I'm doing it for the bit. This is not dog. This is probably cow. Still feels nice. Thank you, cow, for living so well, for growing so skin. I don't know how you perished or who ate you, dear friend, but thank you for holding my things. The cow appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate the cow too. All right. Thank you, Sam, for the encouragement. How about that? Indulging of hedonism. Not exactly what I thought that was going to be. Even better, in fact. Dog passing through, haven't had a day off in a month. On my way to do tasks I hate. We just talked about that. Like, I don't know if you were here for that, but we legit just talked about the whole. As an adult, I constantly face myself of doing things I don't want to do. Oh, what a trip. Does that mean running the AC along with the heater at the same time, Sam? The hedonism. You can hedonisms in different ways. Uh, Anything gloriously extra that fills the soul is hedonism. I kept telling you that shit is medicine. Yeah, you think you're right. I think you might be right. The whole playing in the leaves, making connections with friends, cuddling your dog. That idea of hedonism is again a full embracing of the physical nature, the physical aspect of this experience, of feeling the fullness in that kind of vibe. Or this coffee I'm drinking, it's mad good, yo. The coffee shits. Yeah, my coffee is pretty good right now. I'm smoking a fat joint. It's cold, so I have the heater on. It's so cozy. I'm watching stream on the TV, and it's good. I'm very pleased right now. Feel your DNA, right? That sense of pleased, literally coding into your DNA, instead of fractaling for stress, worry, anxiety. Fractals for calm, gentle peace. Mm, yeah, yeah, we deserve as much. You wanna hear what this card says? Card 42. I'll show you one more time and then I'll read. It's pretty simple but pretty cool. Right? You have this DNA that is being partially expressed. And then most of it is unexpressed. Extra information, copies of the information that's already being expressed kind of vibes. And some of the scientists call it junk DNA, but it can also be seen as potential. It will talk about that in the reading. Card number 42, conscious evolution. Literally the core meaning of this card. Conscious evolution. To consciously evolve. What a power. Human DNA uses the phi ratio to form the wave that spins our genetic codes. Scientists, seeking to unravel the mystery of these codes, observe a mass of unexpressed DNA within the traditional double helix, labeled by some as junk DNA. This additional information epitomizes our highest potential, yet unexpressed. In most humans, only about 3% of this code is currently switched on. By activating these dormant genes, we find the gateway to an infinite source of evolutionary wisdom. Weirdly enough, I didn't smoke it, so I don't think it counts. But John rolled himself a joint with the already vaped bud today, and the intention he wrote on the Garrick was evolve, source of evolutionary wisdom. Decoding and activating this full spectrum of insight and understanding creates a rainbow of possibilities that correspond to the emerging field of conscious evolution. Part of that process is learning the dynamics through which evolution does its transformational work. Through exploration of those dynamics, we can intentionally and wisely apply them to transform ourselves and our world. Visualize yourself spinning within this rainbow DNA, activating your potential. Draw upon the potent emotions of love and compassion to stimulate the harmonics of your heart and speed your pace of evolution. Each time you act from your heart, you contribute to the intentional conscious evolution of humankind and the healing of Mother Earth. I got lost in that reading at the end there. I was like, I'm still here. I'm just doing some things. Love is true. Don't you worry about anything, dear friend. You being here for even a moment has been noted and appreciated. I'm gonna get up, go and get my drum. Part of me wants to stay here and vape another little Dynavap, and then get up and go and get my drum. And then we'll do some chanty drummies. I'll try alone again today. I feel like the guitar definitely adds a lot, but it also adds so much that I feel uninspired to add more depth to the chanting because there's already so much sound happening. Right? Do the weed. Yeah, no. Love is true. Sunday, calm experience. Donkey is screaming his little lungs out. Cheers, my dude. Love you. Ciao. Thank you for joining. I think I just overdid it. Yep. Yep. A little bit. Just like that much. Not burnt though, at the very least. I can feel myself definitely getting mind expansive. I am so ready to make music. I'll be honest, on the desktop, it looks like Melt is staring into my soul. Maybe I'm too high. I am staring into your soul. That's literally why I look into the camera every now and then, to stare souls. Because the thing that is watching is the thing that is looking, right? And then there is this moment of connecting with that awareness. And then your soul goes, wait a second, there is soul on the other side of this person's face, their body, their hairs. Katie, I haven't heard anyone say hello in a minute. I used to say it to everyone all the time, and no one ever noticed. I don't think. I mean, the Henlo thing for me is like meme culture, like a cat kind of vibes, I think. Puff puff. What if the fish have a whole culture down there that they hide from us because they fear us? I mean, they form like relationships with corals and stuff. Dolphins definitely have like conversations. They have dialects, depending on the space, in which the dolphins find themselves. Even if they're the same species, they'll have different dialects in the way that they articulate things, right? And they speak in 3D. So I think you're like, what do you mean, Melt? They speak in 3D. So the way that we use sounds, right? To make like me me, moo moo, scub scub, skibbity bub bub, and then that means something, and then you have to know what that means, and then you know what I mean. Dolphins don't do that. Dolphins talk, like if I tell you about the bug, instead of saying bug, I would describe to you the exact body shape and the exact, back shape and the way the legs are attached to the body. I would give you that as a description to tell you about the bug. That's apparently how dolphins talk, right? So yeah, I think that would bring with it a certain culture. Maybe how beautifully you describe something, the detail you put into things, would be what people listen for. Maybe depending, like the dialect thing, you would describe things differently. You would use different descriptors, you would use different textures or whatever. I don't know. But I would be fascinated to know. I'm leaving pillows behind, but it'll be fine. I technically left them there all night. It didn't rain last night, fortunately. Hey, you mind being filmed, Max?
Not at all.
This is a Maximum being him beautiful self. I'm gonna chant and play some drum, dude.
Oh yeah.
Bring some of this stuff in. Alright. Come in.
Juicy juice. Would you like to refill water?
Put some ice in the beaker already. Thank you so much. Are you not entertained? You are entertained? Great. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Where are we gonna set up is the question. I'm seeing some strangers. They're looking for someone. I think they found who they're looking for. Let's see if we can get away with the thing, okay? I'm gonna go as far as I can go, and you friends let me know if I've went too far. I'm gonna now traverse. I don't know if this is important, but this will happen. My hands are occupied, but my legs are nimble. They are like I have so many layers. Let me attach some of my layers to me a little bit more. Don't you dare laugh at me. This is what we do for the streams. Yeah. Success. Tell me what my signal looks like. I'm not straight DCing, so that should be a good sign as well. Maybe I should swappy this around so you can see what I'm looking at. I still have relatively decent signal. Tell me how my footage looks. Pass the camera on a deep sea oil thing. Nature, you scary. That sun just. Please, you win, sun. You're so power. Amazing. Like this spot that we got as our home. Seriously, like I feel. I don't use like this language, but like God perfectly cut out this little spot for us. This thing doesn't focus well. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this down somewhere. Here shall be fine for now. I walk. We're still doing good for signal. I can still see full bars, so I'm gonna assume yes. And let me show you some up closies. These are auto flowers, so they're technically, supposed to be small. Your plants don't love it though. Don't love the plants? Don't listen to them, ladies. Zaira, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She just doesn't know you like I do. She would love you too if she knew you like I do. Don't you worry, Zaira. These are my not so good looking ladies. This lady looks better. We get good signal, great picture. Okay, fantastic. And then this is my personal sweetheart. Right, she's the one that looks the most nugget up. And then there's a cluster of babies here too. This is technically the one that went into flowering first. She's definitely getting here. This is the one that went into flowering last. So she's still bound to thicken up. Awa is a whole different pheno. We got her for free, her seeds at least. And yeah, Kristara. Tears. Long time no see, right? We were blessing her. It's nice seeing you here too, Shell. The segment where Mel does things that he should do in flip flop. I am stable. Your plants don't love where they live. I mean, they are supposed to look like that kind of vibes, right? Like they start cannibalizing their own fan leaves, like that. What's important is the health of those tops. All right, like those being healthy. That's what you want. But in comparison to the ones I have at home, like I mean again, like my hand for scale. What melts my brain. Are you having a cozy morning with the rain? Gotta go, love y'all. Love you too. Cheers, Katie. Your plants at the farm love where they live. That is true. The plants at the farm are lucky in comparison to these ladies though. So these ladies got wrecked. Like they also went through like, I think a day where they got like heat exhausted because we had like 110 Fahrenheit days. A few of them at least. All right, let me get your friends set up here. Yeah, I just planted some seeds for the season. Bless you. Hope they grow beautifully, dear friend. May they grow beautiful and strong. Is this the scene I'm gonna give you, friends? So much rock, such dry. That's Lizardland! Yo, the fact that you say those words exactly. I've been calling our house the Liza house or something like that. The House of Liza, that's what I've been calling it. House of Liza. Because of all of the lizards. There's so many lizards here. So many of them live in our roof. House of Liza. Well, have you climbed the top of that hill behind the tower? No, I've climbed that hill. Right, that one I've climbed all the way up to that one there. But then it goes down again and it goes up the. I haven't climbed that one yet, but we will at some point. I don't want to drop it anymore. I'll have to be in the frame as much as I am. You probably just see the top of my head, but you'll be able to hear the sound. I'm gonna clear some rocks. All right. I'm so scared that I'm gonna put holes at the bottom of my drum. Not seeing any new holes. And that is a good sign. Alright, I'll let you go. Paranoia. Alright. Alright. I feel so out of it. I think it's because I don't have my feet directly on the crystals. Yes. Yes, make foot contact. No, this one. Oh, better. Better. Hey, Why did I take off my satchel? That is what I'm questioning right now. There is more depth to be explored here. Maybe I'm supposed to find it in the drums. All right. Thank you, universe, for this moment I get to have on earth. Thank you, dear Cajon of mine, for the sounds you make when I beat your sides. Thank you, dear friends of mine, for spending some time with me in this moment. What a blessing. What a blessing to be here amongst friends, amongst loved ones, amongst people that care enough to spend some of their time with one another. Is this still? I had to go for a minute. Learning new mantras would be good. You're right, 100%. I should learn some mantras. I bet that drum echoes far out there. You can actually hear it hit the sides of the rocks on the other side of the mountain. It's kind of nice. You can see so far there. It's great. This view is super duper though. I'm so happy you friends enjoyed it with me. I was off doing Google image search of the most bizarre looking sea creatures. That's perfect. That this is Melt's backyard. It is kind of wild. Won't lie. It's still live. We're still live. We're still live. We're heading back home now though. Finding ourselves going back home. Little burbies flying on the trees next to me. Traversing the rocks, I step fast to make sure I don't fall to the ground. I walk past all the grass, making sure none of their seeds get caught to my legs. I'll be home soon enough. Get to put my things away again and free my hands. Worst creature ever, the white margin stargazer. That name is also hardcore. This has been a nice backyard tour. I'm just happy that the internet held up as well as it did. That's what I'm like super stoked about. But you friends being able to see this is double happy. LA is googling right now. Yeah, buddy. I've left the stream before and then missed the goodbye. Well, goodbye, you friends, very soon. Look at that. That is communicating to satellites flying up there. That's how we are having this live moment right now. Isn't that wild? This is the part where it gets real shady. I have to lift this foot up, place it right there, then bend this leg until I feel that other leg being put down on a chair. Only then. Whew. Just to make sure my scarf doesn't get caught in that. Whew. Obstacles. There we go. Yeah. Success. All right. We've pulled card. We've played drum. Nothing to it but to read our goodbye message. I will be short. This is what it's like to be super tall, standing over me. Ah, there's our goodbye message. That is really nice. All right. I don't know if I like this angle. Feels like you're gonna spit on me. Please don't. Why would I say something like that? I'm sorry. There you go. Now you're just buried. Now you're like a little kid standing next to the table, and I get to say boisterously, "You're talking about me, aren't you?" The shoe fits kind of lame. Today I thank the Lord again that we live on land, even if our eyes did work better underwater. I mean, I'm still kind of down to live in the water, so I'm not gonna lie. I think it would be a vibe. What is Mel drinking?
This is a drink called Oros. It's like a flavored sugar that you add water to, essentially. Boisterous. It looks like those hurricanes that Archer was drinking on the plane before the air marshal arrested him. You know, I like that more. That is actually what I'm drinking. Right? Hopefully, I don't get arrested by the air marshals, though. I will say, have the most beautiful day, everyone. You're for realsers. You're for realsers. And toothy truthsies, so very super massively duper diggestly enjoyed most mellifluous mouth, and all of you oh so very pleasantly, gleefully, boisterously, dynamically, zestfully, vivaciously, spirited, authentic, wholesome humanimal creatures, considering and embracing the fun that can be had. You too, Jovan. Thank you for our goodbye message, our shared message. Duper biggestly, my new favorite word, SI version of Kool-Aid. Yeah. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid right now. I was like ChatGPT, give me a bunch of adverbs related to fun, and hasn't used that one. It's true. Isn't Mel ridiculously pretty right now? Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. That's so nice. I think it's the way the light is catching my hair and the angling as well. And the fact that you can see all of the zits on this side of my face right now. Yeah. It's like, oh, that's nice, says the fun sucker. It's inside of all of us. And goes like, is that guy smiling out there right now? Why is he smiling? Getting compliments? No. Tell him he's ugly. Love and fun to you all. Love to you, friends. Thank you for joining me, for spending a moment of your time, for having fun with me in this moment. I hope at least. I'll see you friends again real soon. Goodbye. For now, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.